I usually post my videos on Tuesdays, but today I'm bringing you an extra and special content about Mortal Kombat that I hope you'll really enjoy. Despite its ups and downs over the years, Mortal Kombat remains one of the best fighting games and continues to hold a significant place in the world of video games. I'll be showcasing the Easter eggs in Mortal Kombat, particularly in the retro games, some of which you might not even know exist and the reasons behind them. In the first Mortal Kombat, Sonya Blade is a determined police officer on a mission to capture Kano, a criminal from the Black Dragon group. During the tournament, which is organized by Shang Tsung at the behest of Shao Kahn, Sonya faces Kano with the goal of apprehending him. Shang Tsung, the main antagonist, is eventually defeated by Liu Kang, temporarily thwarting Shao Kahn's plans to conquer Earth. In the second Mortal Kombat, after his defeat in the first tournament, Shang Tsung returns as a subordinate of Shao Kahn and is tasked with organizing the second tournament in Outworld. During this tournament, Shang Tsung captures Sonya and Kano, using them to demonstrate Shao Kahn's power and cruelty, and also to try to appease his master, given that Shang Tsung was previously defeated. This is why Sonya and Kano are bound in a scenario reflecting Kahn's oppression, with Sonya on one side and Kano on the other. Now, you may not be stuck in those ropes, but you can do something much easier. Subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. It's free and really helps the channel grow.
Sonya wins.
Living Forest is one of the most iconic stages in Mortal Kombat. In this stage, fighters battle in front of trees with human faces that react and make noise as the fight progresses. Did you know that all these faces are actually based on Ed Boon, one of the creators of the franchise? The same guy who does Scorpion's famous voice. I always get a kick out of it when Scorpion says that.
Come here! Get over here! Get over! Get over here! What?
As you probably know, Mortal Kombat is full of legends and mysteries, and the Living Forest stage is no exception. While the faces on the trees are indeed inspired by Ed Boon, there was another mystery associated with this arena. Many players believed there was a fatality where the opponent would be thrown against a tree and swallowed by it. However, this was never confirmed in the original versions of the game. It was only in Mortal Kombat 9 that this fatality actually came to be. And let's not forget, yes, sometimes Smoke and Jade, secret characters from the game, appear behind the trees watching the fight between players. And I always used to wonder as a kid, who are these two? Until they showed up in Mortal Kombat 3 Ultimate. One of the most memorable stages in Mortal Kombat 3 is the cemetery, which left an unforgettable mark on many fans. For those who didn't have access to the arcade version, you might have missed this stage, which hides some notable references. At the beginning of the stage, the tombstones feature names that stand out. Among them are Tobias, a nod to John Tobias, co-creator of Mortal Kombat, and Forden, a reference to Dan Forden, the composer of the early games. The games team decided to include these names as if they were victims of Shao Kahn's invasion of Earth, adding a layer of lore and context to the environment. Further to the left in the stage, however, is a particularly significant tombstone. The name Cage appears there, confirming the death of the character Johnny Cage, the actor and fighter from the game. This might be surprising, especially since Johnny Cage appears in Mortal Kombat Trilogy, the version of the third game that brings together all the characters released up to that point. Mortal Kombat Trilogy has its inconsistencies, like the return of Bi-Han as Sub-Zero, and the simultaneous presence of two versions of Smoke, human and robotic, suggesting that the game's narrative isn't entirely cohesive. Unfortunately, the cemetery stage isn't available in all versions of Mortal Kombat 3. As mentioned, if you only played Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, you might have never seen this stage. However, it's a fact that this arena exists and is packed with hidden references, providing a real treat for fans of the franchise.
Liu Kang wins. Fatality. Fatality.
Have you ever wondered why the robot Cyrax is buried in the sand in Mortal Kombat 3? This stage is known as Jade's Desert, named after the character Jade. Here's the story behind it. When you complete the game with Cyrax, you learn that at some point in the storyline, he was captured by Sub-Zero, reprogrammed to eliminate Shao Kahn, and successfully completed that mission. However, after fulfilling his mission, Cyrax was left waiting for new orders from the Lin Kuei, which never came. During this waiting period, he ended up in Jade's Desert and got stuck in the sand. Due to the technical limitations of the time when Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 was released, it wasn't possible to remove Cyrax from the stage when he was used in combat. As a result, the game showed a duplicate of Cyrax, one fighting and the other buried in the sand. While this situation might have seemed confusing, it provides an interesting explanation for this Easter egg. I have to admit, sometimes I thought it didn't mean anything and was just a way to catch players' attention. After Mortal Kombat 3, Cyrax returned in other games in the series, and personally, he remains one of my favorite characters to play. So, despite his appearance in the desert, Cyrax didn't stay there forever. In Mortal Kombat 3, which remains one of my favorites in the series, we have the subway stage with its iconic subway tracks. If you pay close attention, you'll notice a sign on the walls with the names Boom and Tobias. These are nods to the creators Ed Boon and John Tobias. A subtle tribute that many players might have already noticed, but I had to mention it. What some people might not have noticed is that in Mortal Kombat Armageddon, the subway stage is portrayed in 3D. In this version, the stage includes variations like north and south, along with additional details on the walls. However, for me, the classic Mortal Kombat 3 stage is still the best. I still love the graphics from MK3 to this day. I hope you enjoyed the content. Let me know in the comments which day and time would be best for me to post videos, or if it doesn't really matter to you. Thanks so much for watching the video all the way through, and check out these 2 recommended videos I've linked for you.